Hello everyone, in this clip I'll talk about wave trading using, obviously, the one and only Moonbot. So the basis is that there are really heavy coins, well, the heavy coins, as in the coins with a large volume like Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and so on. These are coins which come with very large order books, compared with, for example, OAX or, I don't know, Dogecoin, in which the volumes and order book are too small. Even with iceberg orders, there's a maximum of 0.3 BTC and so 0.03, and this is less than $400. And by selling by one person at $400 can push prices down by 1.5%. With a heavy coin, for example BTC, there is 1.5 million at a distance of 0.2% from the current price. So in these coins, a breakout is very rare and usually not more than 0.51%. Almost always these coins move through waves when such volatility is present. So the principle of wave trading is such that with a powerful drain, you see drains on the chart. Somewhere the drains are by 5%, somewhere are by 2-3%. Usually, let's say, after a turnaround, a critical volume occurs. So it happens so that after the release of this volume, a downward movement takes place by inertia, and only then this turnaround takes place. So here we see that a fall is happening, after which a critical volume occurs, then an accelerated fall takes place, after which it gets pulled back up. So this happens with all the heavy coins. We see that there was a fall, it stopped abruptly, after which growth began. If the growth is not powerful, then it's better to close the deal as early as possible, when you see a potential profit. In situations where you see a powerful fall, for example, in this case there's one without a large volume occurring, while here it already happened, then you can hang on to the order for a bit longer. So when trading on waves, you need to try to sell after the release of the volume, and accordingly, knowing that the fall was powerful, buy on a pullback again based on continued growth. But of course, this is a personal preference. Mostly I do not trade on the pullbacks, but this is my opinion. So usually the situations are different. Here, after the fall, there was a small trade and only then a pullback took place. But there are situations when there is a powerful drop followed by a powerful growth. Often this phenomenon can be accompanied by a breakout. So, in order to understand at what point a turnaround takes place, Look at the order books. For instance, now Litecoin started falling, but not by huge volumes. We're waiting for the start of orders. There are none at the moment. So as we look at the per minute volume, we see that small trades have started taking place. Note that the volume is slowly leveling out. In this case, opening an order makes no sense as we won't get much profit out of it. Now here we see a hint of a turnaround since the coin stopped falling and it started steadily rising. Since there are no large volumes present here, we don't have to wait for some high volume spike, as there's most probably not going to be one. So we grab the minimum profit and exit. Usually I put the order under the wall, even a bit lower, since the coin's price often does not reach it. So in this case, I would have closed the deal because the purchases have stopped and the price fluctuations are not as heavy. Now in the order book, there's a $1,000 sale, but nobody wants to move it. So there can always be a sharp acceleration, but I don't like to guess. Well, now there is $40 in the order book and the daily volume is at 57 million, so I'd better sell it. Whether to keep such transactions or not depends on solely on your experience. I'm just showing you the way to do it. Also, the biggest profit takes place when there are powerful drains. If a coin fell, say, by 8%, then it can instantly rebound by 2-3%. But it must be kept in mind that with such powerful movements, the rebound is usually sharp. The main thing is not to chase the price up and not to rearrange the order to buy higher and higher. Most of the times this ends pretty badly. For example, you can end up buying at plus 2% at this point and realize that the price is still falling. Then there are situations when there was a fall by a huge volume but the pullback is very weak, so it's better not to risk it and close the deal, and not to outmatch the minus, of course. There's also okay, so you can see that there's some kind of movement further on here, but nothing special. The volume remains the same, and you can only guess if the coin is going to go up or not. So, as I mentioned, you trade on waves only with high volume coins or with coins that were pumped, manipulated, and whatnot. So to summarize, always look at the volume of purchases, the presence of walls in order books, and the speed of movement. The faster it is, the more people want to buy and push the price higher and higher. If the movement is let's say interdependent, then no one sees any point to buy at this price. So that is it for today. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.